Hey guys, just Tammy here. I wanted to make a video to address a YouTuber named Granny's Gotta Go. I don't know if you've heard of her. I would say go check out her content, but it's kind of long and drawn out and pretty boring. But I did want to address a video she did make last night about me, We the Wolf Pack, and some other lady I'm not aware of. Uh, the, the, it's hard to follow the video because I kind of feel like she's talking out of both sides of her mouth. It's like 1 minute she's talking great about Matt, and then she's kind of not, and then she's talking good about Jamie, and then she's kind of not, and then she's talking about this person, and then she's not. It's very hard to understand like her actual standpoint. But when she did kind of bring like me up, which wasn't a lot, she was, even though I was the big picture of her screenshot, like I was the main focus of the screenshot, she didn't bring me up a whole lot in this long drawn out video. She mentioned that I had done a live with Hunter Tom, which I did. He ended up coming onto my video. And we were just discussing different things, and I was explaining how, I wanted to pull back a little bit because and I'm sure a lot of people didn't catch the live, but I wanted to pull back a little bit, not because um, of any other reason, but it was starting to be too much for me, like mentally. Like my memories of Matt were starting to kind of like disappear. And anytime I had thought about him, it was becoming only about after his death. And I didn't like that. I wanted to kind of preserve some of the other memories of him and the happy times he had and the great things in his life. And for a lot of us, it just is playing an emotional, it's like an emotional like war going on. And so I had said in my video that I wanted to pull back a little bit. I wanted to just sit. I wanted to just watch how things were unfolding and what was going on there. Yes, were there things? Are there things that we know are going on behind the scenes? Yes. Does it upset people that everybody doesn't know all of the personal details? It does upset people, and it makes people angry, and it makes people attack people. And that's fine. That's understandable. Everybody wants to be in the know, and I get that. There's still things out there that I don't know that I know I'll find out just by waiting. So in that video, we had mentioned the friend. And Tom had said that he had met the friend and that he liked her and he didn't get any bad vibes. That was him. That's totally cool. It happens. For me, from the minute that I had seen the friend, I just never got a good vibe. I never did. Um, a lot of people go with their gut feelings. That's why there's a quote, go with your gut. I just never got like a great feeling about her or their relationship. I thought it was toxic, and I thought that she contributed to the toxicity. I don't know why that makes me such a bad person, but apparently to Granny's Gotta Go, I'm way out of line. Just because I'm Matt's friend, and she's claiming that I'm not Matt's friend because I wasn't in love with her. Look, I know a lot of people that I'm friends with and I don't like their significant other. It doesn't mean that because I'm your friend, I have to suppress how I feel and fall in love with who you're with. It doesn't work that way. I'm with somebody that some people out there don't particularly care for. Okay, that's your feeling. Like, go with your feeling, you know? And I just think it's kind of like the weirdest nitpicky thing to be like, well, if you're Matt's friend, you should have been in love with Jamie and you should have, that's not being a very good friend. No, being a very good friend is being completely honest. I think people who lie to people's faces and they're not truthful, that's not being a good friend. A good friend is going to tell you when they think something's good, and a good friend is going to say, hey, you know what? I don't get a good feeling about this. I don't really like this. I wouldn't suggest doing that, but you do you, bro. And I'll be here after whatever happens. Um, Granny Gotta Go. I think she kind of talks out of both sides of her mouth. She was mentioning a video I posted that I had like 34,000 views. That's not really a lot, just so people know. It's really not a lot. And she's like, oh, that video got 34,000 views. Why are you bringing up my view count? Like, why does it matter to you? I'm not monetized on YouTube. You're monetized on YouTube. You're getting super chats. You're the one that's getting money for talking about Matt and Matt's life and what happened before and what happened here. I'm not the one getting monetized. So again, I feel like it's kind of calling the kettle black in a way. It's like you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. Now, I think in general, you mean well in your videos. I don't really have anything terribly bad to say about you. I think in a way, you're doing what you're doing because you care, because I don't know, but I don't really have anything bad to say about you. Um, you know, you're a granny. I'm surprised. You look good. You talk about being older, but you're actually a really beautiful woman. And for your age, I'm like, I don't see you as a granny. I think you're a beautiful woman, and I think that you're interested in what's going on just as well as everybody else. But I just I think that you've got me read wrong, and that's okay. Uh, to me, I always look at it as free speech is free speech, and my rights don't end where your feelings begin. And we're all allowed to say what we want to say within reason. Within reason. So you can keep bringing me up and using me as your YouTube cover things if that's going to get you clicks and views. That's fine. Um, am I agreeable with everybody? No, not everybody is going to like me. Um, but I'm not like a horrible, awful person. And if you really want some information that maybe you've missed, because you do mention a lot how you don't watch all the videos and you kind of rely on other people to tell you things. If you really want good information to maybe get another side of the story, I suggest watching Mother of Squirrels. She has a lot more that she's putting out there that maybe can give you a more well-rounded opinion, and maybe you can see where some of us are coming from. Again, I never said she was there. I never said the friend did it. What I said was there was something that day that made everything different, and the culmination of all of those things, and I'm sure in some way, shape, or form, some of it had to do with you, was the camel that broke the straw, like the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like when you have somebody who has a lot of mental issues going on and you add addiction to that, and then you compile all of these other things onto it, and then you have a toxic relationship. Yes, that's a huge part of it. I've been in relationships where people had addictions and they had problems, and I realized that staying away and being cordial and not having contact and just really not continuing to go back to them, to call them, to text them, to this and to that, that was the healthiest thing for them. And, you know, everybody can sit and speculate about how everybody would do things differently or how everybody would this or how everybody was that. At the end of the day, um, nobody truly knows what those last moments were except for him. Plain and simple. At the end of the day, unless something else comes out. And that's all I'm going to say about it. So, Granny's got to go on YouTube. Thanks for the shout out. Thanks for trying to make me look like a bad person. I appreciate your investigative abilities, although I think you rely too much on other people to tell you what you've missed out on, and you should do a little bit more research. That is all. I wish the family the best. I always have. I know Matt is resting in peace. And whatever else may be true or not true is going to come to light in time. That is how that goes. So that's really all I have to say about that. So you don't have to like me either. Granny's got to go. But I really don't have anything bad to say about you. Good luck with your monetization. Good luck with your views. Sorry, you're not getting more likes. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, let me know. I'm pretty good at promotions. I'm pretty good at doing all that. I can help you if you want. Other than that, I have nothing left to say, but bless your heart.